Welcome to my first video in the 50 Licenses in 50 States series. I'm going to be recording these videos for my experiences getting licensed in multiple states, and I hope that you can learn from my experiences to get licensed faster and easier yourself. So let's jump in and let's talk about state number one. State number one is Alabama. And I chose Alabama as kind of the test bed for this series because I went to the Alabama Society meeting last year. I was their guest speaker, and I got to learn all about Alabama practices and history, and it's just a very interesting state to practice in. So I decided that's the first state. Okay, what is step one in getting licensed? Well, you've got to submit your application. So I decided to take the easy route. And I signed up with the NCCS State Record Clearinghouse. And this record system is where you send NICEs your education, your experience, your credentials, your references, and they basically securely host all of your information. And when you want to sign up for Alabama or New Mexico or Colorado, wherever, they will actually take your information and forward it to that state. Because I can't tell you how frustrating it is to have to fill out the same information over and over and over again. So I sent my basic information to Alabama with a check, of course, but I also forwarded my NICE's information to Alabama using the NICE's online portal. Very simple. Now at this point, you have to sort of just wait, because sending information to a board is like throwing something into a black hole. You never know if they got it, you never know if they're going to respond, but I have to report back that Alabama was a very, very easy board to work with. They were friendly, they were helpful, they responded to my emails within like minutes or hours. Very, very good board to work with. So I sent this in, and at the same time, I began searching for information about the exam. The Alabama exam is 2 hours long, it's open book, and it's taken at your own computer, which is pretty cool. And this is kind of weird because the Alabama website says nothing about this. They don't tell you. I assumed I was going to Montgomery to take this exam, but luckily, when they received my application, they processed it within about 4 weeks, which is pretty fast, and then they sent back another form to get my information about the exam. Why they do both of these forms, I have no idea, but basically, I'm at the point where I'm waiting to take my exam on my own computer. So I've gone all the way from applying to the exam to submitting my information to being accepted to take the exam, and I'm just waiting to take the actual exam right now. So this is a great time to begin studying for the state exam. Some states like California feel like they're nearly impossible. Some states like Florida are easier. I'm not sure where Alabama ranges in this spectrum yet, but the next video will be reporting that information. So the last thing to cover today is the suggested study materials. Alabama has a nice website. They have a PDF with all of their suggested study materials. But let me warn you, the suggested study materials front page with all the lists, it's a total mess. The statutes are cited wrong. The chapters and titles and stuff are just wrong. So be careful when you go in to pull this stuff up yourself. And when you do that, you'll notice there are three categories. We've got our statutes, which are state laws. We have our handouts, which are given to us by Alabama Board. And we have our books like Brown's, Evidence Procedure, all that good stuff. And if you would like to get a copy of all of this material in one binder, take a look at the bottom of this link and we will send you one of these for a very reasonable price. So stand by. I'm taking the exam very shortly, and I'll have information to report back to you because I'd like to help you become the next Alabama surveyor.